20 years ago, Superintendent Hilliard put out an all-call that he wanted to put together a dedicated team, special honors for funerals. I decided to join that team. In the military I did it, and I felt that this was an absolute need that our fallen given a hero's send-off.
During my tenure as a superintendent from February 1998 until August of 2003, I had 10 honors funerals, as I remember, 6 in the line of duty and 4 in the performance of duty. And when I became superintendent, when I first became superintendent, the district or the unit where that fallen officer was assigned and was killed usually handled the honors, handling the fallen officer from the hearse into the church, from the church back to the hearse, and then at the cemetery. And my first honors funeral, just got a little recollection that it wasn't what it should have been, honoring one of our fallen officers. I think I would have to say, it was cops just like everybody else are adverse to change. And one of the things that, when one of your police officers, one of our friends or one of our buddies, and we in the 2nd District, 6th District in narcotics, when one of those police officers are killed in the line of duty, we who work with them want to be the ones that interacted when it came down to handling the coffin, handling the body, taking it from the hearse to the church, down the aisle to sit on the stanchion for the services, and then vice versa, back to the church. And it was some pushback. This is the way we've always done it. And we talked about it. I think it was the second one, I think it was Officer Ceremonial, is when we saw that one. And I remember very vividly, not only myself, but some of the other command staff, the way the body was handled, that fallen officer, coffin was handled, And that's when we really made up our mind that we were going to get an honors guard. This is the last time that the family members and the members of the Chicago police family is going to see that fallen officer, and we need to do it right.
Our primary function is to give full honors to a line of death, line of duty death. We've got our training from the Presidential Honor Guard in Washington, D.C. Each of us know that it's a privilege to be there and an honor. Not everybody could do this. It takes a very special, unique individual that has to lock into his job at that time. We can't let emotions take over for us. But we know what it means to the families. Family members have come up to us afterwards and years later to thank us for what we do. We're not looking for the thank you, but we are grateful that it's recognized.
But they came up with some criteria on people who they wanted to select if you want to qualify, because it was all volunteer, to become honors guard. And one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we got people who had high integrity, people who wanted to do it. This wasn't an assignment. This is mainly for volunteers, because this wasn't a Terry Hilliard's idea, It was a team effort, Just happened to fall in line with everybody else. And I think, as I remember, Wayne Gulliford was a huge catalyst in trying to get this done and getting it done. So it wasn't just one person. It was collectively. It was done as a team, just like Chicago Police Department is a team, a department, saying, we need to do this, and we need to do this ASAP.
Color Guard, we definitely have to have national colors there and at least 2 rifle members. We also try to have our department flag there present and state flag. It all depends on how many members are available that day. The main part of the funeral is that we have 8 pallbearers that are present. After that, we then start working on the rifle party, which is 3 volleys, the 21-gun salute, people that don't know, and then the colors team falls in. So what's ever left there, the colors take over.
Well, I think you go back and you look at the way we did honors funeral before the honor guard was initiated. And we tried, but we wasn't professional. My oldest brother, he was in the Army, and he was at the Unknown Soldier. He was a guard at the Unknown Soldier. And I'll never forget, seeing him with shoes. I think the soles was probably a half-inch thick with these big old silver plates on the inside of the heels and all of that, and how precision and how professional they were when it came down to changing of the guards at the Unknown Soldier's funeral. How spick and span, from the shoes to the creases in their pants to the doggone shirts, how crisp they were and starch. Why couldn't we do that? And this influenced me a lot, I think the most important part is once that honors funeral takes place, from the inception, from bringing that body from the funeral home to the church and taking it from the church to his or her final resting place, the way the honor guard perform, the precision, the uniforms, the professionalism that they show, and the respect that they have for that fallen police officer, and the way they handle that body, you never forget it. I think that's one of the biggest things that we let these families know, what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you a lasting memory of your last thing that Chicago Police Department can do to honor your loved one. And that's our honor guard, the way they perform, the way they handle the coffin, or the way they handle the body, in military fashion and precision, going up the stairs. Don't care if it's 5 stairs or 10 stairs. Wasn't like I saw at one of the funerals before we had it, where the coffin, we thought at one time they was going to drop the coffin, Our honor guard is one of the best things that we've ever done when it came down to honoring our fallen heroes.